many activities one can enjoy in the Pacific Northwest. What makes this area unique is that you can participate in activities both on land and on water. One of my favorite things to do is wakeboarding, so I'm going to show you how to do it the easy and simple way. Before I get into the water, I'm going to show you the basic wakeboarding essentials and safety techniques. Which brings us to the life jackets. This first life jacket is very bulky, it's hard for your arms to move, but it is very buoyant. You don't want a life jacket that's too big, because when you're sitting in the water, it'll start to push up and go above your ears, and you won't be able to move your arms or get help. This is a competition life jacket for more advanced wakeboarders. What it does, it lets your arms be very maneuverable when on wake-to-wake jumps, because when your arms go around to grab the rope, you want to have free arm space so you can grab the rope and land on the other side. So it's a lot thinner and less buoyant, but if you're more advanced, this is what you use. Next, we come to an important part of wakeboarding in the rope selection. This is a ski rope, and you do not want to use this rope. As you can see, when I push it in, the coils on the rope bulk up and then stretch out again. This is meant for skiing only, because when skiers go really far outside the wake, they want it stretchy so they can whip it in. This is not what you want for wakeboarding though. Right here is an actual wakeboarding rope, and if I take the line, as you can see, it doesn't bulk up and it's really thin and taut. It's key in wakeboarding to have a line that is really taut and tension, because when you're going across the wake, you want that line tension to pop you up in the air to get high when you're doing your tricks. The most important piece of equipment in wakeboarding is, of course, the wakeboard and boots. Personally, I like a wakeboard that is a little smaller and lighter, because when I'm going across the wake and jumping, I can get a lot higher if it's smaller and lighter. And as you can see, when I pick it up, I can hold it with one hand, with boots and a board on it. When picking a wakeboard, you want to check the height and weight of your own body, and that will correspond to how big the wakeboard is. I recommend for beginners using a little bit bigger board, because it gives you more stability when you're out there and get your feet underneath you, so when you're doing your turns and getting the hang of wakeboarding itself. Most wakeboards are made out of fiberglass and granite, but once you start getting into higher and more advanced wakeboards, they use more fiberglass in it, because to make the board a lot lighter. Usually beginner boards are a lot heavier, and as you can see, my board, which I showed, is really light, so it's got a lot of fiberglass in it, which makes it lighter. The edges on the board are really key if you're wanting to get high up when you're jumping. The edges on this one are really, really sharp, so that when I'm cutting into the wake, there's a pop and a lift off, and you can actually feel yourself getting popped up into the air with this firm edge. And I've used a beginner board after using this one, and I could not get nearly as high without using that. So next are the boots. Boots come in two different styles, open-toed and closed-toed. I have closed-toed boots. I prefer them because they are very, very comfortable. They keep the water out, which keeps my feet warm, and they're the exact size shoe that I wear, so it is very comfortable throughout. Rather than the open-toed boot, which allows many different shoe sizes to fit inside of them, and it allows water to get in, which makes your feet really cold. Finally, I would like to discuss boat speed. For beginners, boat speed is usually 12 to 16 miles per hour, which gives the rider a chance to get their feet underneath them and get the hang of wakeboarding itself. Intermediate rider speeds range anywhere from 17 to 23 miles per hour, and advanced 23 miles per hour and up. I prefer 26 miles per hour because on my boat, the wake is at its highest point where the white water isn't splashing over, which basically acts as a ramp, so I can hit that with the edges on my board and jump as high as I can. So after going through all of this stuff, let's get to the actual part and let's go wakeboarding. Once you get in the water, you want to make sure your shins are parallel with the water and your feet are perpendicular so that you have a firm base when you get up. Once you have all the steps down, you're off to a great wakeboarding adventure. Just give the driver a thumbs up and you're off. All right, driver, let's go. that you've seen how to wakeboard, it's your turn to go out and have some fun.